Hello my friends and welcome to another Tuesday of tutorial. I am Leonardo Perez Nieto and today we will draw a Ferrari. I want to thank Skillshare who is sponsoring this video. Let's begin by making a horizontal line for the bottom of the windshield and then another one for the top of the roof. Like so. Then a reference line for the front and bottom of the car. And finally the sides and windows. We pretty much have the overall shape. Now let's draw some detail, like the mirrors, the spoiler, and the air intakes. I'll tell you a secret tip. I actually have a reference photo and I measured it and then drew very little dots on the paper indicating the height of all these main horizontal lines I drew as well as the distance between the vertical ones. In that way we ended up with correct proportions very easily. If you need your drawing to be perfectly correct and identical to the picture, you can also draw a grid on top of the picture and the same grid on the paper, so you would have a reference square by square. The tighter the grid, the more precise. Using that technique, you will get a correct drawing very easily, but your drawing skills will not improve. While if you draw freehand and take the measurements only by eye, you will improve the most. So I recommend that more. And I will switch the lead again for a softer one in my pencil. In regards to the measurements, or you can do a compromise and just take a few like I did this time. All depends on what you want to achieve and the time you have to do so. Because for example, I can do a good drawing without taking any measurements with any tools, but I can also get the exact same result in half the time if I take some measurements. Changing subject, I love Ferraris. I have the opportunity to study design close to where the factory is in Maranello. And one day I should tell you the story when I met Enzo Ferrari himself and of the gifts he gave me. We draw the road with some lines to show the speed, but before doing the background, allow me to briefly tell you about Skillshare. As you may know, it is a huge learning platform where you can take courses on practically any subject. As an artist, it is really important to explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and submerge yourself in creativity. You can do all of this with Skillshare's online classes from your home. I have taken several courses there myself and I'm so happy with the result. And I'm surprised of how inexpensive it is. For example, with the yearly premium membership, you pay less than $10 per month, and with that you can take all the courses you want. But it gets even better, because if you use my link below, you will get 2 months free of the premium membership with unlimited access to everything. So I advise you to take advantage of that right now. One of my favorite courses I took is this one that I am showing you, of Pencil Portraits by Gabriel. I highly recommend it, so check it out. Good. Now let's do the background that we had left for our Ferrari F50. I do this with a harder lead and cross-hatching, leaving blank the area right behind the car to give the impression of the dust. And it's ready. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe to Fine Art Tips if you haven't done so already, and I will see you with more creations on Tuesday.